Thanks for staying with us here on Daytime Update. While the search continues for more flood victims in Mthatha, Jumba Senior Secondary School is grappling with the death of 10 of their learners whose bus was swept away during torrential rains. 2 bodies believed to be of the learners were found yesterday. The death toll from those floods now sitting at a staggering 100 lives lost, and it is expected to rise even further. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana joins us live from Mthatha with an update. Zola, it's now well over a week since that disaster, in fact, almost 2 weeks, isn't it, since that disaster unfolded in Mthatha. And it's a grueling undertaking, particularly for the loved ones who are still searching for those who are missing.
Yes, indeed, Michelle. In fact, those that are saying that their members are still missing, we are told that every time they hear that there's a body that's been discovered, they get some sort of relief because they keep on hoping that it is their loved one. And when it's not, one can imagine what they experience at that time. It's been a couple of weeks since the beginning of the search, Michelle. We are told that, when they get to day 25, some of the rescuers will have to suspend the operation, just until they then decide when it will be resumed, because it's been, quite a long time. We know that the K9 unit is on the ground. We know that the SANDF chopper is actually also, doing its work and really trying to see if they can find some bodies, because we understand that there are still people that are coming forth saying that their family members are missing. Let's actually speak to Sisonke, who's part of the rescue, mission. So thank you very much for your time. Just take us through, what is happening during, the rescue operations, or rather the search missions. What normally happens?
Okay. Thank you very much, Sisi. I'd like to thank this opportunity and thank the executive management of the Northwest Government for allowing us to take part in this operation from Department of Health. This rescue operation, each operation comes with own challenges. Like this one, it was floods. There is a lot of challenges. I just walk out of the water now. The water is extremely cold. We are looking for the bodies under the water because the water now, they just subside. They are very low. But our obstacles are the rubbles, because we have to take a lot of obstacles because there was a lot of wind that took a lot of things in the water. So we have to be taking those things with hands so that we can see. We can't find bodies in those rubbles.
And of course, days have gone by while this search is happening. But yesterday, there was some sort of relief because we understand that 5 bodies were found. Is there hope that there could be more bodies that could be discovered today or, in the next few days?
Yes, the team is on the water. We are pushing. We'll be knocking off at 4. There is hope. We have SANDF, like you mentioned earlier on, chopper and SAPS that are also assisting with the K9. So we are doing the walkarounds in the water and trying to see what can we find. So there is a hope that there can be more bodies that we may be find.
And of course, what I'm about to ask you is, the worst, basically. What happens when days go by and nothing is found? Will it come to a point where the operation is, temporarily suspended?
No, till the 25th day, we won't stop. We have that energy that we have to come here on a daily basis till Saturday. Then after the 25th day, then we can say we suspend the operation for some time, but the local teams will remain doing their work.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Michelle, he was telling us about the work that they have been doing for several weeks, trying to find loved ones that perished during the floods that happened here in Mthatha. Many families are still hopeful that they will get that call to come and possibly identify, their loved ones if a body has been found. And we are told that as the time goes by, more people have been coming in, Michelle, telling the Eastern Cape government that their loved ones are missing. So that's why we said at this particular moment, the number could potentially rise, as we understand that it's currently at 100. So there's a high possibility that probably by the end of today, if something is found, or as days goes by, we might reach, quite a high number. So we are still monitoring the situation from here, as we understand that the teams are dispatched in many parts, very close to where the floods were, very close to Mthatha Dam, and where we still see the damage of the floods, where people's houses are completely destroyed. And some of them, we saw them earlier on, they are at a shelter and really are hoping, to be told where to go, because they've lost everything due to these floods.
So, Zola, Gift of the Givers says they will continue with search operations for 25 days. If my calculations are correct, does that mean we still have 10 more days of the search left?
So from what the gentleman, told me, he said by this Saturday, Gift of the Givers, is expected to suspend the operation. And of course, the local EMS guys will be continuing with the operation. But at this moment, we don't know when they can rejoin this operation. But that doesn't mean that the search stops. It's just them, suspending it temporarily and hoping that something will come up during that period of suspension. But EMS will still continue searching, and also really hope that residents from wherever they are here in Mthatha are also on the lookout, because you'd understand that some of the bodies were found in different parts of Mthatha, not very close to where the incident happened. In fact, I'm going to ask my colleague to show you. That is the SANDF chopper that is very, very close to the ground, and they are doing their sweep. They've been doing this since we arrived, Michelle, very close to the ground to see if there aren't any bodies maybe under these trees, or the houses that were damaged by these floods. So we don't know how long they're going to be here, but we understand that they have been assisting, since they really saw, the government saw how bad these floods are. So we're also hoping to hear from police in terms of how many families have come forward to identify bodies of their loved ones, as we understand that yesterday 5 more bodies were found. So perhaps some people have come forth and were able to maybe identify their loved ones, but this is going to be a process, a lengthy one. So it's really, really difficult for these people, Michelle, because while others have found closure and they are burying their loved ones, others are still hoping for answers, and they're really hoping to be told that we have found your person.
Zola, I asked our colleague Malungelo Boy when he was in Mthatha last week, I asked him this question several times. Are we still unable to ascertain the exact number of people that we are still searching for? It seems that it's been hard for officials to try and pin that down.
Well, if I heard you correctly there, Michelle, because of the noise of the chopper, we are told that there isn't a confirmed number of people that have been reported missing by their loved ones, as more people keep on coming. So in a day there would be a family that also says that would come up and says we haven't found our loved ones. So the number keeps on developing, hence it is difficult to really come up with a figure to say this is the number of families that are still waiting for their loved ones, so that the search and rescue team is able to know how many people they are looking for at this particular moment. So as the gentleman said, they are saying they'll continue searching as long as they get to hear, or they hear people say that they're still looking for their loved ones, until they finally get everyone that has been reported missing.
Well, Sholwana is live to us there in Mthatha. You can see that SANDF chopper there trying to do the work of getting really low down into the ground and trying to see whether the remains of anyone could be underneath those bushes there. Really difficult work.